Every year on November 11th, we take a look back in time and remember the soldiers who sacrificed so much. This week on Stellar News, we'll take a look at what Fanshawe is doing for Remembrance Day and why it's important that we never forget. With Remembrance Day just around the corner, everyone around London is gearing up for their annual ceremonies. But what is Fanshawe doing, and why is it important students attend? Fanshawe President Veronica Barahona explains what Fanshawe is doing and has a special honor in this year's ceremony.
Every year, the college puts on a Remembrance Day, ceremony in D1060. And the FSU president usually does the hole in Flanders Field speech. So I have the honor of doing that this year. I'm pretty excited. I know that off by heart. I did it in elementary school and in high school, so I'm pretty good for that. We help out with the setup and takedown, and we try to get as many students involved as possible. I think that it's more, I don't know, we relate to it more now because a lot of people know people in the forces right now. A lot of people, brothers, friends, are going in the Army, and it's relatable to us.
Remembrance Day is a time to appreciate and thank our veterans from every war. The younger generation may take our freedom for granted and may underappreciate the sacrifices made and how a free world was not always the case. It's important that we thank and remember our veterans because for some of them, their experience still haunt them. President of the Royal Canadian Legion Victory Branch, Casker Kavutz, details some of the emotion he sees every Remembrance Day.
You'd have to sit here on Veterans Day, on Remembrance Day, and watch them. We play a special music that day here at the branch. We play some of the old tunes from World War II and the Vera Lynn tunes and that. And quite often you'll see a veteran sitting there who was over there, and he listens to the music, and We'll Meet Again comes on by Vera Lynn, and a little tear will run down his eye. It's quite emotional, and they still, it's something they'll never forget. And some of the parts they never talk about. They just hold it in.
The Great War's veterans are nearing the end of their days, but we have a new group of veterans from most recently Afghanistan and some of the other wars. But it's important that we never forget those Great War's veterans. Barahona gives her take on remembering the vets.
I don't think that you should ever stop remembering those people, even if they passed on, right? The veterans. You should be commemorating them for all the work that they did for us, and that it should be like a time of reflection, a time of remembrance. That's why it's Remembrance Day.
The Royal Canadian Legion always has a busy day, Remembrance Day. Kavutz explains what is usually on schedule.
We have a busy Remembrance Day at the Victory Legion. We usually start out by going to our parade in downtown and going to the cenotaph, then go back to the Legion, and we have usually quite a few veterans here, and then around 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon we go down to Parkwood and we have a service there, and then about 3 o'clock we have another service at another seniors home here in town. So we do a lot of attending a lot of services and making sure everybody remembers.
Our way of life would be completely different without the sacrifice of current and past soldiers, so be sure to remember this November 11th. For Stellar News, I'm Andrew Dickson.